champion?
Not yet, but I guess it'll set in when I'm on that long flight to Rio. So.
What's it like balancing training for football?
Not too bad this year. I just mostly focused on track training, so I didn't do too much football. I was around the football guys with me and stuff like that, but other than that,
Have you thought about your journey yet? I mean, when you crossed the line, did you think about everything you had to overcome?
No, too many emotions going through my head to think about that. Maybe tonight while I'm laying in bed trying to go to sleep.
When you saw your family, what was that like? That moment, like the hug when you jumped in the stand?
Yeah, it was a really exciting moment for me. Something that I want to share with my family. I'm glad that they could come and be here. They're going to be there in Rio too, so hopefully I can share that same moment with them there.
Vlogging captured every moment possible?
Yeah, almost. Pretty much everything important.
Have you ever heard the crowd that loud?
No, I couldn't even hear it. It felt like a football game. It felt like Autzen Stadium, after a touchdown. It was just a roar that you just can't hear yourself talk. No, my family made T-shirts and they had an extra, so they brought them and they gave it to me to give the fans. I don't know. It was okay.
What did they say?
They just have a picture of me on it. It says Team Allen on the back. So it's pretty cool.
Has this affected all your plans of what sport you're eventually going to do professionally?
No, not yet. I'm just going with the flow. I still have to go through a whole bunch of stuff team-wise to even, make the team officially. So we're gonna do that first, and then we'll figure everything out.
All right, let's move down a little bit, guys. Is this something from training? What is it that you can put a little distance between you and that?
Yeah, I think it's training. A lot of over speed, over distance training to really get some strength behind my speed. I think it's a lot of weightlifting training that we do. We do a lot of plyometrics that kind of help us with being explosive and staying strong. And I think that me as a sprinter, as an athlete, I've always been good at kind of holding on the last 20, 30 meters. I think it's just the 110-meter hurdle is like the perfect race for me. The 100's a little too short, 200's a little too long, and the 110's with some barriers in it is perfect.
When you were rehabbing your knee, how much did this moment kind of play into getting you through that and getting to this point?
Yeah, I wanted to get back by World Championships last year, and that didn't happen. So this was the next step. Something that I, decided that I wanted to do 5 years ago. Wrote on my refrigerator, Rio Olympics, and I'm just excited to get the opportunity. I'm excited to represent my country, and it's something that I've been dreaming about since I started running track. So. It's surreal. It hasn't hit me yet, but I'm sure it'll hit me soon.
Is it still on your refrigerator?
It's on my refrigerator back in Phoenix. Yeah.
What'd you say to your dad and your sister when you leapt into the stands and you found them?
Nothing really. I just blabbled probably. I couldn't really say much, but just a lot of emotions, a lot of love going on, and I'm just glad they could be here. So the rest of my family's coming to Rio. My oldest sister, my aunt, and those guys. So it's gonna be a good time.
Can you go through the the 10 or 20 seconds right before the race? What's sort of your routine to get yourself focused?
I always just kind of think about the race beforehand. I always put the race together in my head before I do it, and then your body doesn't really know the difference between real and not real. That's why we dream. So. I think sometimes when you think about it and you execute perfectly in your head, your body wants to copy and mimic the same thing.
You kind of cross yourself, right, when you're right on the line, and then
just deep thought, and asking God to give me health for this race. Always pray for health because everything else is up to me.
What's the next month like?
I'm not sure yet. Yeah, I don't know yet. Me and my coach have talked about it. We'll figure it out. I think I'm going to go on a vacation for a couple days, just get away from track in Eugene maybe. So. Yeah.
You started taking that lead after that 8th hurdle. When did it dawn on you that you were in the lead and you knew that?
When I didn't see anybody anymore. I didn't realize I had won by almost 2 tenths. That was more of a margin than I did at NCAA. So, just finishing, it was a close race. And Jared Eaton right next to me was out pretty quick. I saw Ronnie and Jeff and those guys were with me. And then once about 8th hurdle, I didn't see anybody anymore. I was like, wow, this is really gonna happen. So in my head, I was just like, don't mess up. So I finished through, and it was exciting.